G'day everyone, welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. Today I thought we'd use the ACCO to move some stuff out the front. For those of you who watched last week the live stream, we used the Albion, but I thought I might step it up a bit and use something else just to get an episode out. I was going to use the old Flintstone Mac down there, the R600, but that trailer's in the way, and by the time I move that trailer and everything, it's not worth our time, so I thought I'd use the ACCO. The reason I haven't been using it, the tipper doesn't really go high enough on this one, so when you tip the load out it sort of stays in there, but the Albion's got a tailgate on it too. It's not a barn gate, so when you cart branches and stuff it all gets caught up, and this one hasn't, so we'll bleed her up and see if she'll go. Hasn't been going for, I don't know, 12, 18 months probably. It's a 6354 Perkins, so the fuel runs back every time, so we'll just check the oil, water and bleed her up and see if it'll go, see if it'll do a couple of hours work. Probably 2 loads up there maybe. It's only a low-sided thing, so we'll see how much we can get on her. Put the battery in first. The Albion's a much better truck to use, but this one here's make a good thumbnail, plus it hasn't got a tailgate on it, which I need. I could probably do it all with the tractor, but it's going to make some content, so. Show them the Perkins on, I want to see it. Huh? The mighty 120 Perkins. What's wrong with that? This one here, you notice it's all rusted out. When I bought this truck it wasn't. It was just a cab chassis, but it had a beautiful cab on it. And I took it off. I started doing one up with a V8 Cummins in it, and I stopped when I moved here because I just had other things to do, so I put this one back together with all the parts I had left over and made it usable again. That's why the cab's completely rotted out. But I've got the good cab and the 210 Cummins up on the shed floor, and I wanted an 8-wheeler chassis. That's part of the reason I stopped it, because it was a 6-wheeler. It was full air, at C1900 it was. But then I got that twin steer chassis there, but since starting it up with a 2-stroke UD in it, people wanted me to leave that engine in there, so we'll see what happens. I've just taken on too much stuff and none of it seems to happen. So I'll just bleed her up. Looks like the old King Brown's got a nest of babies in here. Someone's enjoyed a few in her. You can see the cobwebs. I'm not even going to wash the windscreen. She got the 5x3 in her, so 5-speed main, a 3-speed Joey. These Perkins are a bit of a bugger because I haven't got any spanners down here, just a pair of bices will do, or a pair of mouldy grips. You've got the lift pump on the other side, which is a bit of a bugger, but it doesn't matter. I've got a Chamberlain up there with a 306 Perkins in it, same looking thing, just different cubic inch basically, but it's actually got a, excuse me for the shaking, it's actually got a rod going across from the lift pump on the other side down to here, so you can prime the thing from this side just through a mechanism up under it and over the top of the engine under the bonnet, so you can bleed it all from one side, which is a great thought. Sometimes it runs back, sometimes you don't. There she goes, look at all that air. The lift pump's hard, so it's definitely there. She's got to push her back up. I'll probably treat her to a sniff of Oofa too, she likes that. any air at all, she won't go. Okay, those are never tight, those screws. Don't judge me on using this because I haven't got many spanners here at all. Oil's right, water's right, we'll just see if she goes now. Might go and get the ether out of the Albion. Okay, so you may not get to watch me drive because the missus won't get in here. I don't know why. She said there's too much rat shit and spiders and possibly a snake, but I'm not sure why she won't do it. But I've got this can of Start You Bastard. Now, I think it's complete rubbish, but it should start this Perkins. It won't start a Jimmy by any means at Detroit. Aero starts the best you can get. I'll give her a go. Okay, I've taken the air compressor inlet off her and just that's straight into the manifold pretty well, so we'll see what she does. So she is air over hydraulic, and they usually have like a lever beside the seat to lock the handbrake up, but this one's at a 30-30 brake boost to put onto it, so you still got to build the air up for the air for the hydraulic brakes and the air to release the maxi on the tail shaft. That tyre needs a bit of wind in it too, but we're not going to be heavy. It's all branches and stuff, so I'm not too concerned about it.